So hello and welcome back to another look at the Renault Range T mod. So let's get started by taking a look at all of the configuration. Now this mod labels itself as a Renault Range T Tandem mod, however it's just got all the standard chassis in here anyway, so not sure why it just purely labels itself as a Tandem mod, but yeah, we got all the normal sort of chassis types in here as well. So we got the sleeper and the high sleeper. I don't usually drive with the sort of standard sleeper version. Do you actually think it looks better than the high sleeper? It's just more of a curved design, and I love this feature here. I know you get it on here, but I love the way it sort of picks up that line there. It works really well. Onto the chassis, we've got loads to choose from here. I mean, look at the amount of choice. We got 4x2. 4x2 low. I also like how it says the fuel capacity. That's very useful. 1400 litres of fuel. You can see the difference there. It's moved this tank. I believe this is the AdBlue tank, isn't it? It's moved that up here where it's there. It's sort of tucked below, which is kind of cool. We then got 800 low. And then we got the sort of tandems or rigids, whatever you want to call it. Really detailed on the sort of chassis front there. I mean, look at that. It's pretty well done. 600 litres, 400 litres. But yeah, look at the sort of array of different options here. It's just crazy. We'll go for the tandem sort of part now, as we're going to focus that. Or focus the video on the tandem section of this mod. Engines, we've got a fair good range here. We've got starting off with a 380 and 1800 newton meters of torque, going up to 520 horsepower with 2800 newton meters of torque. The torque's available quite early in the rev range as well, which is going to be very useful. We'll see how that handles later on. Sort of transmission, loads of 14 speeds here. We've got some 12 speed, 6 speed. Yeah, good range there, all different ratios and everything. Interior, that's actually getting quite detailed now with this mod, to be honest. Not far off SES quality. So down here the textures aren't that good, and it still looks a little bit 2D on the door cards, but other than that, this is pretty good. I just wish we had a few more options, and maybe not the bright red seatbelts. I think that's slightly overkill. But yeah, it's actually looking pretty good now. Paint jobs, got a few options here. Obviously the custom colour, which is always nice to have. Accessories, if we just have a look, starting off down here, I mean, there's loads to choose from. We have got all the different options down here for how you want the grille to be sort of painted, so you can have that stock paint. You then got these blades here on the side. Loads of different options. What is this? Not sure that's around the side. We'll ignore that for now. That's the badge. It's a shame I can't zoom in anymore. It's not letting me. Then we got these little slats here. The sort of lower bumper. Can't find the option for the grille. So, oh no, it's that side bit there. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so that's that main bit there. Where's the option for the grille? Oh, there it is. There we go. So yeah, we got that down there now. Moving along, you've got these little sort of aero blades around the side, I guess. I think I prefer them sort of stock plastic, keep them hidden. What's this option? Oh, the wheel arches. The dots are sort of getting themselves sort of mixed up. Well, I'm getting mixed up with the dots because they're sort of all overlaid. We then got the truck of the year. That's actually quite low res. I'm not massively impressed by that. And plus, truck of the year 2015. It's 2018 now, so a little bit irrelevant. We then got the mirrors. I like how you've got the aluminium option for the mirrors, even though it does look a little bit plasticky to me. It doesn't really have that sort of metal-y shine, which I wish they did a little bit better on. Then you got the badging down the side, again, a little bit overkill. we've got the front mirror. I like to have that plastic, keep it hidden. We've got the sun visor. Around the side, we've got the side mirror options, door handle. This option down here, this little cover. Change the different styles and colours that you want there. A little protection. Right, where is the option for the actual? Okay, so that's for that. Okay, so here we are. That's the box, so you can have a container on the back. The container's actually done really well. Look at that, it's chrome as well. Obviously, the DLC was released a few weeks back now. Look at the detail, great. And then you have got the sort of tiny little spoiler to adapt to that, and that's perfectly situated on there. If we come down the side, you can paint the wheel arches and steps there. We've done that, that's for the side, and around the back I can't really see any options. That's pretty much it for the configuration on the exterior. Now let's move on to the interior. Can't change anything about the wheel. You can put a sat nav on there, but I'm pretty sure this is the built-in one. You can change that to more of like a fake carbon fibre, which doesn't suit a truck at all, or you can have this like sort of aluminium effect on here. I prefer the aluminium. We then got the cabin accessory stuff. Put stuff on there. That's for the outside. All the window flags. That's the mirror, curtains, and then like your fluffy dice and everything. So there we go. That's the configuration for this truck. So now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are, all fully configured now. I've gone for a workhorse spec, I suppose you could say. All plastic down the front, nice silver colour though, just to set it off. The sort of green wheel nuts. I'm not sure why trucks have the green wheel nuts that are like workhorse trucks. If anyone knows, or if you know what I'm on about for a start, please do let me know. Because you see them a lot in the UK with these sort of green wheel nuts. Not sure why, but I've gone with the container on the back, the aero piece on the top, that fits perfectly. I'm not going to pick up a trailer, like a tandem trailer or anything. I think I'm just going to go for a bit of a drive about. We're starting off in Paris. Well, not really Paris, as it is sort of like a industrial estate. Whoa, what was going on with that mirror? I think that was like that the last time I tried this mod. It's sort of facing outwards. Let me see if I can sort of rectify that a bit. No, not really. That's great. Well, I must not have driven this mod for maybe 3 or 4 months, and that is still not fixed. That is not good. It shows they're not really developing it that much. But yeah, it's quite noisy, the engine, I have to say, from starting off. I went with the 380 engine. So plenty of power for this kind of load. Oh, that mirror's put me off. But obviously you can get a tandem on the back. And they're usually not that heavy anyway, so you shouldn't have a problem. I really like the sort of dashboard on this. It's actually quite small, the actual dial space, and you don't actually have a analog not rev counter, a speedometer. You only have the digital one, which I don't have a problem with. I actually prefer the digital. I can't get my words out today. I actually prefer the digital speed sort of readout. It's just a lot easier, to be honest. You can just glance down at it, and it's in your sort of field of view as well. Almost like a head-up display, but not quite a head-up display, if you see what I mean. The sat-nav's placed quite well as well, quite sort of close to the dials, so it's in your viewpoint. You don't have to glance across or anything. Hang on a minute. Why is there no rain appearing on the windscreen? That's a bit rubbish. Why aren't we moving? What's going on? Look at that, it's got wheel spin. I'm not sure what was going on then. Wow, this is quite high. I am not sure what was going on then. I might just do a stop and see if it does the same thing. I never remembered the physics like that in this game. Let me just stop. See what happens. I'm going to floor it. Yep, no problems. I've got no idea what was going on then. That was super weird. Yeah, the engine's very noisy in this thing. I mean, for such a tiny power output, you think modern engines would be a little bit more quieter and efficient than that. We do have all the sort of digital stuff down there, like your range, litres remaining, stuff like that. Let me just get around this roundabout. In fact, we might go this way. What else we got? You got the fuel readout. We're currently averaging 68.5 litres every 100 hours. Every 100 miles, sorry, not every 100 hours. What are you doing? What else we got? We've got... oh, it's only those two displays. That's a bit disappointing. There's quite a lot of bloom if you have a look at the sort of speed readout there and everything. The sat-nav's got this like sort of blue background which sort of mitigates that bloom, but yeah, it's a bit annoying on the speedometer. Even when you turn the lights off, it's still there. And I like how the light switch is animated. I mean, that's pretty good. This also makes you think how long SCS are still going to be for their Range T. It's got to be in at least 2 years now since they announced they were doing it. It's taking them a long time. I think they're still struggling with the whole licensing thing. But their mods like this are still getting better, so it gets to the point where do we really need these mods? Does make you think, because this is pretty good now. I remember when I first tried it, it was pretty rubbish, to be honest, but now it's not far off SCS quality. Obviously some of the textures aren't that good, and I'm sure the engine sounds probably aren't as accurate as maybe when SCS do them, because they actually go and sort of chuck loads of microphones on a real life truck. I'm pretty sure this is probably just edited in a audio piece of software or something, but it doesn't sound bad. I just can't say how accurate it is. Let's turn right here. It's a bit annoying that they haven't fixed that mirror though. It has been a bit of a while since I've driven it. But yeah, do I recommend you trying out this truck? Yes, definitely. It's probably the closest that we're going to get to a Renault Range T until SCS release theirs, and who knows when that thing is going to come. Even SCS don't really know, to be honest. Well, at least as far as I know, SCS don't know. He's actually quite nice to drive, to be honest. The visibility is great, as with most Renaults. The pillars are very small, and even this 380, plenty of power. And when you go for the 6-speed, as usual, super smooth shifts and super responsive. It's quite a lot of fun to drive. So yeah, we'll just pull back around at the Renault dealer, I think, and leave the video there. I do like the way this thing looks as well. I think they've done very good on that. I like how you can customise the grille as well. Go for like a full plastic look like this, or you can go for more of like a show truck full paint or chrome on the front. And there's so many different options. Well, you can create some really cool designs, like a mixture of the aluminium, the plastic, the paint. It's rather cool, to be honest. I'm just going to jump in front of him. Turns in pretty well. So yeah, there we go. If you enjoyed that video, please do give me a like. Whoa, I almost went through the window then. Brakes aren't the strongest. Let's pull over here. So yeah, there we go. If you enjoyed that video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.